on when it's
The October 16th, 2025 meeting of the Greece Town Board will now come to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Supervisor Rylick,
Present.
Councilman DePonzio. Present. Councilman Murphy,
Here.
Councilman Bloomer,
Here.
Councilwoman Christodero. Here.
Before we do the Pledge of Allegiance and go forward, I'd like to read that, inform everyone that I'm pleased to announce that tonight's meeting and all future meetings of the Greece Town Board will now be live streamed. We've been working on this for several months, and as you can see, it's starting tonight, but there's even glitches now, but we think we've got it good. We're very happy to provide additional opportunity for those who are unable to attend our meetings in person to now be able to watch our meetings from the comfort of their home. After instructing our staff to begin working on this project, they got right to work, and I know everyone will be pleased with the results. I want to thank all the people that helped with this project to bring it to fruition, and as well as our council members for their support on this. Our residents will be able to watch our live stream and preview meetings by visiting there's several ways to do it. One is YouTube, and when you go to YouTube, put this in with no spaces, Town of Greece 3048. And then also on the Town of Greece Facebook page. So there's two ways to view this, and again, it'll be live. And then at YouTube, we'll retain the meeting, so when we start building up meetings month after month, you could go back and view one of the meetings if you needed to. So I'm pleased to announce that tonight's the first time we're doing it, and hopefully it goes well, and we're going to be doing it from here on out. With that, I would like to ask everyone to please stand and join Councilman Bloomer as he leads us with the pledge. I'd ask everyone to have a moment of silent prayer and reflection. Thank you. This time I'll ask the town board members to join me at the podium for the presentation of a proclamation. I would like to also invite the zoning board chairman, Al Malutis, to join us at the podium as well. There it is, here it is, here it is. Got so much stuff to do. It's a pleasure to recognize a longtime Greece resident and a dedicated community leader, Al Maloutas. Al has called the town of Greece his home since 1954, and he attended local schools and graduated from Greece Arcadia High School in 1970. After high school, Al joined the North Greece Fire Department as a volunteer firefighter and later earned a degree in criminal justice and police science from Monroe Community College. He built a successful professional career, beginning with McCurdy's & Company, where he rose to a senior level position. He later continued his leadership at Metro Mattress, helping the company expand from 8 stores to more than 50 stores in upstate New York before retiring in 2023. Al has always been a community-minded individual, and he served on the Park Ridge Foundation Board of Directors and Children's Hospital at Strong Advisory Board. He is also an active member of the Greece Chamber of Commerce, serving on the Board of Directors and later as the chairman of the board. He even received the Chamber's Distinguished Service Award and was honored as Business Person of the Year in 2012. Al joined the Rotary Club of Greece in 1998 and continues to be an active member today. He has served as club president and as a member of the board of directors. He was recognized as Rotarian of the Year. Many residents may recognize Al from 30 years on Jazz 90.1 FM, where he co-hosted the Polka Bandstand Show. He now serves as president of the Greece Community Broadcasting. Al's dedication to public service in the town of Greece spans more than 4 decades. He began serving on the planning board in the very early 80s. He later joined the town's economic council, helping encourage business development. He went on to serve as town councilman for the 4th Ward, representing his neighbors and with dedication and integrity. Since the late 1990s, Al has served on the board of the Zoning Appeals, where he has been chairman since 2009. His leadership and institutional knowledge have made him an invaluable part of our board. Al and his wife Judy raised their family here in Greece, and today they enjoy spending time with their children and 4 grandchildren as all a part of the Greece community. We are thankful to Al for his dedication of leadership, service, and dedication to the town of Greece. And I personally have known Al since probably 75, 73, right in that time period. So I can personally speak to the integrity and the type of individual he is, an outstanding individual we're happy to have as a part of not only our town, but a part of our boards with zoning board and all the service that he's provided to this community over the years. So tonight we would like to recognize that and honor Al with his proclamation indicating his contribution to the town, which is great. And quite frankly, I'm pleased to be able to offer this tonight for Al. Congratulations.
First, I want to thank the supervisor and the town board for their confidence in me and allowing me to serve. And more importantly, I'd like to recognize 4 supervisors, not 1, not 2, not 3, 4 that I served under, starting with Don Riley, Roger Boyle, John Auberger, and certainly Bill Rylick. Their confidence in me and giving me the ability to lead has been tremendous. I want to thank the town boards of all these supervisors over the years for giving me great people on each of the boards. Those boards mean so much to this community. What's hard to believe is where nearly 4 decades have gone. With me tonight, I got my wife, Judy, daughter, Tricia, grandson, James, and grandson, Alex, with me. My good friend, Pete Shalacy, his daughter, Lisa, and my niece, Tina, and her husband, Mike. And I want to thank the family for all that they've done over the years to support me and doing the things that I do want to do to make this town better. And you know, we've got a lot to be proud of. Over the years, the 100,000, almost 100,000 people that live here can thank many of the boards. The board that's before you tonight, the zoning, the planning, for all the things that we've done to develop the town in a meaningful way. not every project, not every application was a grand slam, but there were more home runs than foul balls. Where a project goes astray and maybe an applicant's not happy, well, we have an opportunity to learn from it and make it even better. And as the future town boards move forward, that'll continue to make the difference in making this a place that you call home, a place that you raise your family, your kids, your grandkids, a place that we can be proud of to call the town of Greece.
If we can stand in front of the podium, and I'll have the town board, so we can put this on Facebook and give you some PR for that.
Well, great, I appreciate it.
Sure. Come on in over here. Everyone gather around. Thanks again, Al. Best wishes to you. Keep up the good work. We need you. Now I'd like to have the chief come down. We have some officers we'd like to swear in.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Tough act to follow there. Al, congratulations. Thank you for your service. Appreciate it. Real briefly, going to swear in 2 fine officers tonight. Just in total, they have approximately 16 years of police service before joining us in the town of Greece from other agencies in Western New York. They've already had a significant impact on our department, and we expect that for years to come. We're going to start in alphabetical order with Officer James Cruzat. Join me. With someone to hold this. Second but not least, Officer Adam Tucker. Join me over here. +1. +2, sorry. We got lots of little ones. I state your name. Tucker. Do solemnly swear. That I will support the Constitution of the United States. That I will support the United States. And the Constitution of the State of New York. And the Constitution of the State of New York. That I will faithfully discharge the duties of. That I will faithfully discharge the duties of. The office of police officer. The office of police officer. To the best of my ability. To the best of my ability. So help me God. So help me God. Congratulations, sir.
Who was that? Oh, I'm going over. Yeah, I said, I know who this is. We'll now continue with the public forum. This is an opportunity to address the town board on any issues concerning or relative to the town of Greece. This is not a question and answer period, nor is it a time or place for commenting on previous applications that have come before this board. If you have a comment or question concerning an application, or if you would like to provide the board with any type of paperwork, please leave it in the inbox located in the top of the lectern. The clerk will obtain all documents after the meeting and disperse them to the board members accordingly. Please use the center aisle when approaching the lectern. Each speaker will be allowed 3 minutes to address the board in accordance with the town's civility policy. Please state your name and address for the record, and anyone at this time, I would say, would care to address the board to please come forward.
Hi, good evening. My name is Diana Sherwood. I live and reside at 43 Running Brook Lane in the Brookview Townhouse community off of Maiden Lane, and I am here as a representative as the HOA president. We were present last meeting in September. We addressed you to voice our concerns about the property damage that has been taking place due to the actions of Frontier Fiber Optics and Parkside Utility Construction, LLC. First and foremost, we want to thank the town board members and the employees for taking the time to hear us and to take some action in guiding us. The information you provided did help us in part. Thank you for the detailed email, Kirk. We appreciated it. With one correction is even though we are privately owned, our street is a town-owned road. We are here tonight and are providing you, our representatives, with a detailed timeline of all the efforts our neighborhood has taken to rectify our issues. They're in the little box here for you for later. We know that you cannot force these companies to restore our properties, for your hands are somewhat tied. However, it is our understanding that Parkside Utility Construction, LLC is currently or has recently done other projects within the town of Greece. How can we as a community continue to allow them to work in our community and destroy our properties in more detail? Frontier Optics hired Parkside, a subcontractor. Then Parkside hired another subcontractor to destroy our landscaping. Some attempts have been performed but have not been completed. Now our opportunity for reseeding has come and gone. This will need to be addressed again in the spring. On our further research on the company, Parkside Utility Construction, LLC, is based out of Pennsylvania. They have many poor reviews from all different areas that this company has worked in. We also have seen that they have several outstanding lawsuits pending. Do we really want this type of company working in our community and making money from shoddy work? I don't think so. We have reached out to both companies with no further response. We have an estimated project of over $10,000 worth of damages to our properties, which we will have to cover. Brookview will be moving forward in the spring to restore our property. We are also looking under other methods and to inform the townspeople of companies like these taking advantage of our neighbors. Our neighborhood is not a 55 and older community. However, the majority of our residents are older individuals on fixed incomes. Brookview is responsible for over $500,000 in tax revenue annually. We are proud of our community and enjoy the many opportunities for the town of Greece. We want to thank you again, and hopefully we'll all work it together. Thank you very much. I do thank you for your response. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Hi,
Hi.
my name is Katie Farrell. I live at 382 McIntosh Drive. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak here. I'm a lifelong Greece resident, and I would like to discuss the issue of litter along the roadsides in public spaces. I've noticed it's becoming a growing problem, and it's discouraging to see. It also can be very distracting as well. As of the spring, my daughter and I have been picking up litter using our own supplies and bringing it home and disposing of it in our own trash cans. Most recently, we were just on the 390 Vintage off-ramp area, which was actually our third time picking it up since the spring. And we filled two 40-gallon contractor bags full. Several people did stop and thank us for what we were doing, so it's obvious that other residents, like to see the change as well. While we're happy to do our part, this problem is obviously too big for one or two individuals to handle. So what I'm asking is the town to consider possibly hiring a small team dedicated to year-round litter pickup, help me create a community cleanup program similar to Clean Sweep Rochester. Me and my daughter just did that in the spring, and I couldn't believe the amount of turnout, and I feel like Greece has a large community, and I've had individuals reach out to me personally and just ask if they can get involved. So if I could have help organizing something like that, I think that would be great. It could also help students fulfill like community service hours and just engage the community and do something positive together. I also realize some of the roadways, like 390, are state maintained, so it can get a little tricky there. But I'm asking for the town to help me advocate to the State Department of Transportation for help in these areas. A lot of the areas with heavy litter is the on and off ramps, and I can't safely take my daughter there and pick it up. So I'm just asking, I know I've reached out before, and I've had people at the town tell me to reach out to the State Department. I feel like the town must have contacts that they have directly with the state that might come across. It might get me farther if I come from a town's perspective than just one single resident living in Little Greece, New York. So asking for help with that. I do feel like we pay high taxes in our town, and it should reflect the pride. Our town should reflect the pride we have in it. A cleaner Greece boosts community pride, property values, and leaves a great impression on visitors. I think with a year-round litter crew, community involvement, and town-state cooperation, we can keep Greece clean and beautiful all year. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. To everyone that's speaking tonight, the topics you're bringing up, any further comments that I can make, I'll do at the conclusion of the public forum.
She's being shy. She would like to give each one of you one of her flyers.
Well, if she leaves them right there on the top of the podium, then we'll get them when the meeting's over.
Good evening, board members, fellow Town of Greece residents. I'm Laura DeConick, 1002 Long Pond Road. Council members, I truly hope after last month's meeting you've done your due diligence in using evidence-based practice regarding the proposed development on Island Cottage Road. If you remember last month, I advised you that evidence-based practice incorporates research evidence, clinical expertise, and citizens' values. Did you review the Island Cottage project in a new light? Did you find it in your heart the need to protect your citizens from potential harm that may occur without proper site testing? And then next, I wish to comment about code compliance. A fellow citizen reached out to me regarding a home at 16 Swansea Park. The home is located in the First Ward. The concerned citizen advised me that she has reached out to the town several times with concerns about the property. The citizen reports being advised by code enforcement that there's nothing the town of Greece can do. I noted on the Town of Greece website of several means of code enforcement, with one option, the issuance of an appearance ticket. My questions are, is the property currently under investigation? And two, if an appearance ticket is issued, is there any further warrant issued for failure to appear? Because the residents of Edgemere, the Airbnb issues, they got something in addition that if there's a failure to report to the appearance ticket, the person is served with a bench warrant. Is this something that could be done for these people failing with their code enforcement? And then my last focus is regarding the town's Park and Recreation Department. This summer and fall, I've been hiking to the Town of Greece trails listed in Hike the Trails Wegmans program. I think it's a great program. I have to tell you, while the view is beautiful, the trails are very poorly marked, and a lot of structures like the benches are rotting or falling apart. In the early summer, I hiked Sawyer Park, and I know there were some recent raves about that with the children's stuff, but I noticed that the Frisbee golf targets were overgrown in the hedges. I also noted that the information board didn't even include the location of the targets, and I find it rather embarrassing. How much did I and my fellow citizens invest in this equipment for it not to be properly managed by you, my town council? In an effort to facilitate enjoyment of these trails by my fellow town citizens and those visiting from outside of our town, I'm offering my assistance to assist with proper signage of these trails and updating the information at the trailheads. So I hope that you reach out to me. But then, based on today's agenda, I'm wondering if anyone on our ward council persons can please explain to us about item number 18, amendment to the Town of Greece purchasing policy, since we're not privy to that discussion. Thank you so much.
Thank you. How you
Joe
doing,
Camiolo,
Joe?
447 Creighton Lane. A little slower moving today. Couple things. First of all, I'd like to make one quick comment about Al. Not only did he attend Greece Arcadia, but had service and was on the service corps at Greece Arcadia way back. So just like a mini group of us. And I mirrored some of the same stuff he did, so I'm very much aware. All right, second of all, you got item 18, adopt the amended town Greece purchasing policy. Is there any place I can get that or see that?
Yeah, I can address that right now. What that is the auditor said we ought to codify the policy we already had in place. So there's nothing being changed. This is just what we've had for many, many years, and we're just now approving it at the town board level at the recommendations of the auditors. But nothing's changing.
And doing that from the fire district side, I'm used to a lot of that.
Yeah.
And I see where you use the New York State Vehicle Marketplace purchase for many of the vehicles and things, which is just a great way to do things. It makes it a lot easier for you and us when I was doing that. So I wanted to thank the board.
Thank you, Joe.
Brendan Bolson, 440 Shorecliff Drive. Good evening, board members, Mr. Supervisor. First of all, I would like to thank you all for installing this amazing system and making it accessible to people who can't be here who would like to be. To the residents of the Greece, Halloween is just around the corner. It's my favorite holiday, but as I like to do in my neighborhood with my neighborhood committee, I'd like to remind everyone that basically the universal rule is if you're going to be handing out candy and treats to kids this Halloween, leave your front door light on. Now, I know Greece is currently working on lighting and lighting our streets better than they have been in the past, but I'm pretty sure there's still many areas that are fairly dark. So I would ask the residents of Greece and everybody out there, even if you're not going to be giving out candy, if you happen to have a driveway light or a way of lighting the areas of your front yard or sidewalks, just to make it a little safer for the kids on Halloween night. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? With that, we'll close the public forum. I'd like to say, as far as the landscaping and the condition of the yards, once this contractor was working on it, we've dealt with them and we'll continue. And I think I'll talk to our code enforcement and our building department. If the contractor, if we go out and if indeed it is not up to the standards that it should be, we can hold off on giving them any further permits to do work anywhere else in the town. And we should probably do that to make sure that they leave our town in the condition that they found it in and not a lesser degree. As far as the litter and the cleanup, I will say that we have a group that every single year does the Edgemere Drive along the lake shore. And Susan Albright spearheads that, and I appreciate all of her efforts. And they do that every single year. And I think that's something, obviously, we have a town that's 42 square miles, over 700 lane miles of road, over 600 miles of sidewalks. So it's a big town, big area. And if we can get more volunteer groups, whether they be going after the pig hours in school or whether they be going whether it be the Lions Club or the Kiwanis or any of the Rotary, any of the organizations that take up this cause, we certainly would be more than happy to work with them, have our DPW folks and our parks people work with them to coordinate those type of efforts. We would provide the vests and the bags and whatnot that's necessary to do it. But with the size of the town, we do the best we can, but there's always room for improvement, and we could do more with some help from the various civic groups. As far as what Laura DeConnick mentioned about bench warrants on people that don't show up to court, trust me, the courts are a separate branch of the government. It's not under our influence or control. However, I've always one-on-one encouraged bench warrants if they have a code violation, whether it be for short-term rentals or for property that's not been cared for. I know our code enforcement folks insist that bench warrants be served, and where it's appropriate, where the judicial system feels it is, and where we're allowed to. We're not looking to just be ignored. We spend a lot of time and a lot of resources to make sure that the codes are enforced and properties are kept up. And we do have some that ignore us. They have a court date and they don't show up. They have a court date, they don't show up, and it goes on and on. And we've had meetings with the folks over in the courthouse, and we've encouraged them to issue bench warrants. And I know our chief of police has told us if they have a bench warrant, they'll honor it. They'll go bring the person in if necessary. So we take that very seriously, and by no means do we want to have people ignore us and not keep up their property or bring it up to the safety standards that are required. And as far as the street lighting, I can tell you that one thing we've accomplished in my time here, that every single street light in the town of Greece is now LED, which not only saves us on an electric bill, but they're brighter than the other street lights that they replaced. So we're very aware of making sure that it's a safe environment, and we're one of just a small number of towns in the county that provide street lights throughout the town. A lot of the towns you go when it's very dark, they don't have sidewalks, they don't have street lights. We make sure we have both and we maintain them. Matter of fact, our town to the south, Gates, if you have a sidewalk in front of your house and it's broken up or cracked or it's raised, whatever the problem may be, you pay to have it fixed. Town of Greece, if you have that situation, we'll come out and repair that sidewalk for the residents. So, we try and do what we can to make sure the town is safe, both in the lighting and in the sidewalks. And they're also, we have a program where we do one side of the street every single year. So some people that don't like the sidewalks being plowed aren't upset all the time, and the people that like to have the sidewalks plowed, they get it done half the time. So, again, with 600 miles of sidewalks, we're able to manage that with the equipment and staffing we have now, and that's worked out well. So, anyways, I think I've hit the issues that were raised tonight, and if there's further concerns, don't hesitate to reach out to your town councilman or myself, my office, and we'll follow up on it and assist you the best we can. And with that, I'd ask Madam Clerk to read the first item on the agenda.
Thank you. Authorization to enter into various agreements for programs associated with the operation of the library. Further authorization for the supervisor to execute all related documents.
So moved.
Moved by Councilman Bloomer, second by Councilwoman Christodar. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, item carries.
Authorization to enter into an agreement with the following fire districts to provide supplemental snow and ice control services under extraordinary circumstances pursuant to Section 142B of the New York State Highway Law, Barnard, North Greece, Lakeshore, and Ridge Road Fire Districts. Further authorization for the supervisor to execute all related documents.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Councilman DePonzio, second by Councilman Bloomer. Is there any further discussion of the board? There's none. All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, item carries.
Authorization for the Department of Public Works to purchase one 3/4 ton 4x4 pickup and one half-ton 4x4 pickup utilizing the New York State Vehicle Marketplace mini bid process.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilman DePonzio, second by Councilman Murphy. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, item carries.
Item number 4, authorization for the Department of Public Works to purchase a 10-ton tracked excavator off the New York State contract.
So
Moved by Councilman DePonzio, second by Councilwoman Christopher. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, item carries.
Item number 5, authorization for the town, that the town board grant acceptance of the 2025 forestry plan relative to our status as a Tree City USA for the 28th consecutive year.
Moved by Councilman Bloomer, second by Councilman DePonzio. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, item carries.
Item number 6, authorization to approve a permit submitted by Boscov's Department Store for a firework display to take place on Saturday, November 1st, 2025, as part of the store's grand opening event. Further authorization for the supervisor to execute all related documents.
Moved by Councilwoman Christopher, second by Councilman Bloomer. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, item carries.
Item number 7, authorization to surplus a Grease Police Department 4-door Buick sedan.
Moved by Councilman Bloomer, second by Councilwoman Christopher. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, item carries.
Item number 8, authorization to enter into various agreements for programs associated with the operation of the center. Further authorization for the supervisor to execute all related documents.
Moved by Councilman Murphy, second by Councilwoman Christopher. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, item carries.
Item number 9, establishment of a public hearing date of November 20th, 2025 at 6:05 p.m. to consider a rezoning of .33 acres of land associated, or of land located at 3223 West Ridge Road, Monroe County Tax Number 073.16-3-2 from R1E Single Family Residential to BP Professional Office.
Moved by Councilwoman Christopher, second by Councilman DePonzio. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, item carries.
Item number 10, authorization for the issuance of a waiver of the requirements of Chapter 83 of the Code of the Town of Greece, Coastal Erosion Hazard Area, to allow replacement of an existing deck in the bluff area of a natural protected feature on property located at 318 Edgemere Drive, as requested by Maryland Sadler Bay.
Moved by Councilwoman Christopher, second by Councilman Bloomer. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, item carries.
Item number 11, issuance of a sidewalk waiver for the installation of 203 lineal feet of sidewalk located at 283 Frisbee Hill Road, Monroe County Tax Number 033.01-3-7.11.
Moved by Councilwoman Christopher, second by Councilman Murphy. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, item carries.
Item number 12, authorization for the issuance of a waiver of the 30-day notification and comment period on an application to the New York State Liquor Authority for a liquor license for Hokkaido Ramen House,
I think so.
on property located at 2496 West Ridge Road, Suite C, requested by Hokkaido Ramen House, Greece, New York, Inc.
Moved by Councilman DePonzio, second by Councilman Bloomer. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, item carries.
Item number 13, authorization for the supervisor to enter into an agreement with ICC Community Development Solutions with offices located at 3490 Winton Place, Rochester, New York, 14623, to provide municipal permitting and workflow software, including implementation, training, and ongoing maintenance and technical support. Further authorization for the supervisor to execute all related documents.
Moved by Councilman DePonzio, second by Councilman Murphy. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, item carries.
Item number 14, authorization to appoint one full-time clerk for, effective October 18th, 2025.
Moved by Councilman DePonzio, second by Councilwoman Christopher. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, item carries.
Item number 15, authorization to abolish one full-time clerk 2 and appoint one full-time clerk 1, effective October 18th, 2025.
Moved by Councilman Bloomer, second by Councilman DePonzio. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, item carries.
Item number 16, authorization to make various adjustments and transfers to the 2025 budget.
Moved by Councilman Bloomer, second by Councilman Murphy. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, item carries.
Item number 17, establishment of a public hearing date of Thursday, November 20th, 2025, at 6:05 p.m. to receive comments on the preliminary 2026 Town of Greece operating budget and the annual estimates and assessment rolls for the special districts of the town of Greece for the fiscal year 2026.
So moved.
Moved by Councilman Bloomer, second by Councilwoman Christopher. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, item carries.
Item number 18, adoption of the amended town of Greece purchasing policy.
So moved.
Moved by Councilman Murphy, second by Councilman DePonzio. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, item carries.
Item number 19, amend the fee schedule to include a fee, $200 per day, $100 per half-day, to be charged to other law enforcement agencies utilizing the Greece Police Department firing range.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Councilman Murphy, second by Councilman Bloomer. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, item carries.
Item number 20, amend the fee schedule to include a fee of $50 for adoption of qualifying abandoned animals.
So moved.
Moved by Councilman Murphy, second by Councilwoman Christopher. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, item carries.
Item number 21, authorization to purchase law enforcement equipment utilizing federal shared funds in accordance with federal guidelines.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Councilman DePonzio, second by Councilman Bloomer. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, item carries.
Item number 22, authorization for the police department to purchase 8 new Ford Interceptor utility AWD police vehicles utilizing the New York State Auto Marketplace mini bid process.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Councilman DePonzio, second by Councilman Murphy. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, item carries. Before I conclude this meeting, I'd just like to make everyone aware that we have these provided at the entrance along where the agenda was, a message from the chief of police. It gives an update on crime stats and all that are, the latest data that we have for the town of Greece. It's very impressive, and we're very pleased with the work our Greece police officers, men and women, do on a daily basis, and that's why our numbers are down, and we're heading in the direction that we want to head in. Is there any other business to come before this town board? There being none, the next regular meeting of the Greece Town Board is scheduled for Thursday, November 20th, 2025 at 6 p.m. We stand adjourned.